Well, we were on a roll yesterday, so I want to go ahead and expand on what we talked about because clearly the FBI isn't. For the last 4 years, all we've heard is that radical right-wing extremists and white supremacy was the biggest threat to America.
To stand up against the poison of white supremacy, as I did my inaugural address, to single out as the most dangerous terrorist threat to our homeland is white supremacy.
Is it? I mean, let's get serious here, folks. It's not. Even while Trump was president, as far back as 2018, the deep state at the FBI and other law enforcement arms were off enlisting valuable resources in investigating these bogus white supremacy claims. They were investigating parents at school board meetings. They were busy entrapping a bunch of rednecks to plan a kidnapping of governor of Michigan. They were busy raiding Donald Trump's house at Mar-a-Lago that has now been completely dismissed, arresting old women for praying at abortion clinics, throwing someone in jail over a meme about our elections, building gun databases, and monitoring Trump supporters' Twitter accounts, scanning for what they called misinformation about COVID. No wonder you guys missed the stuff like yesterday's attack. This guy had apparently posted about joining ISIS months ago, posted publicly, and yet the FBI sent their agent out to tell the cameras that a guy with an ISIS flag on his car who stayed at an Airbnb that just happened to burn down the same day, posting about joining ISIS after mowing down more than a dozen people with his car, who, as we now know, the army had complaints about his questionable Islamic faith and its compatibility with military service. After all that, they knew that. She came out and bold-faced lied to us. It's not terror-related. Why is it? Why is it that if we lie to the FBI, it's a crime, but if they lie to us, it's just business as usual? I mean, that woman was quickly replaced, but why are they always so hesitant to call it what it is? After all these shootings, you always know if it's a white, Christian, or Republican, because if it is, the FBI dumps an entire dossier bio in the first 90 seconds of arriving on the scene. But if it's some trans or gay or minority or, God forbid, Muslim terrorist, they say nothing until the media figures it out. Then they respond like they knew it all along, so they don't look like total fools. You want to get serious about addressing the problem? You got to start calling it what it is. And it's a big problem. Like, case in point, why would the mosque in this guy's hometown not cooperate fully with the FBI? They released a statement to their congregation or whatever they call it, saying, quote, if anyone is contacted by the media, it is very important that you do not respond. If approached by the FBI and a response is necessary, please refer to CARE and ISGH. It is crucial that we stay united at this time as we condemn these terrible acts. Why in the Sam hell is this mosque referring the FBI to CARE for any statements? What is CARE? Oh, if you don't know, hold on tight. According to Newsweek, the Council for American Islamic Relations, this is a group that not only inspires terrorists, it's historically linked to them. That's their headline, not mine. So in this case, I would argue that the FBI might want to pay maybe like a little extra attention to this mosque. You guys can stream Islamophobia all you want, but after invoking CARE as your spokesman to the FBI and to the media, all kinds of red flags are going up in my mind. CARE, if you're not familiar, by the way, is designated a terror group by our close ally, the UAE. There's also a few other countries out there, but this is exactly what I'm talking about. Why are we not having a conversation about this? CARE was founded by two people that were part of Hamas, which in 1997 was listed as a terrorist organization by the U.S. State Department. And in 2007, CARE was named as unindicted co-conspirators in the Holy Land Foundation trial, charged with providing material support to terrorists. They also have founding ties to the Muslim Brotherhood, which you could recall is the same organization that ISIS spawned from. They're giving the statements to the FBI right now on behalf of this guy. Like on behalf of their parishioners. I don't even know what it's called. Also, settling a lawsuit. CARE settled a lawsuit in 2004, and they admitted, quote, CARE is a terrorist-supporting front organization that is partially funded by terrorists. CARE is supported by terrorist-supporting individual groups and countries. CARE has proven links to and was founded by Islamic terrorists. And CARE actively supports terrorism and terrorist-supporting groups and nations. They admitted this in a lawsuit. It's on paper. and the local mosque is referring to them to the FBI. Well, I mean, what is going on here? I sure hope the FBI is looking into this too. After all, I mean, what's the FBI's mission? Oh, look, there it is. That's from their own website. The mission of the FBI is to protect the American people. There's a good start. Seems like a hot lead to me. I mean, don't even get me started on the fact that in the last 4 years, basically ignoring the fact that not only was our border wide open and thousands of military-age males from a bunch of places that really don't like us were flowing in. Look, this is the latest video from yesterday. It's a whole bunch of people from yesterday. Look, and I ask, if these are such poor refugees seeking a better life, that seems like an awful lot of military-age males to me. Maybe, just maybe, white supremacy isn't the greatest threat to the nation right now. I'm just saying. It seems like everyone all over the world is trying not to hurt anyone's feelings in the Muslim community. Countries are banning guns. Oh, that'll stop it. In France, the Charlie Hebdo shooting. Remember that? Can't have guns in France, but they had fully automatic weapons in the street anyway. Germans just had a mass stabbing event. In fact, a bunch of their unvetted refugees carried out multiple mass stabbing events over the last few years. Germany, what did they do? They went on ahead and banned knives. And guess what? Oh, man, they just had another mass stabbing event. Oh, wow, that didn't stop these attacks either. Weird, right? Someone drives through a crowd with vehicles. They haven't banned cars yet. That happened the other day. They're starting to put up barriers that in New Orleans weren't operational, that needed to be for this exact reason that this happened the other night. I mean, who was fired over that? No one has been fired, to my knowledge, for those barriers not working because it's their fault. Every country looks to ban a bunch of things that I own that I've never committed any crime with, but has anyone thought about banning terrorists at our border, in our country? Like, you FBI guys put little tags on my social media posts if I mention vaccines for like 3 years straight with your social media help from Meta. You're going to tell me you can't pay a visit to someone who posted an ISIS video like 3 months ago?
He loves the Constitution. He fights for what's right. He hates the bad guys. He's a freedom warrior. He's your freedom warrior. Watch Carl Higbie every weekday on Newsmax.